Father's love for us, how vast beyond all measure, that He should give His only Son to make a wretch His treasure. How great the pain of searing loss! The Father turns His face away, as wounds which mar the chosen one bring many sons to glory. Behold the man upon the cross. Behold the man upon a cross, my sin upon His shoulders. Ashamed, I hear my mocking voice call out among the scoffers. It was my sin that held Him there until it was accomplished. His dying breath has brought me life. I know that it is free.
Beloved, because of marital uncertainties in our culture today, the old school system of one of our African tradition, or even in the Muslim community, they insist that for a young man, they cannot let you choose your first wife anyhow, because you are going to make a blunder. And so the question is, why would you assume a person's agenda going into a dating relationship is any different from what the community entails? And that is why even in most of our traditional society customs, they won't allow a young man choose his first wife, because you are going to use beauty or body shape scenarios or whatever beauty it is, and those physical qualities, to be your, standard of preference, which in the traditional society customs is off the table. Yet we know beauty is celebrated in African tradition and even in songs, but there are only things which comes in the African traditional values. That is, you are not told to marry this or that lady, because if you don't, such lady, you could say no. And you must show them a valid reason why you don't want to. I'm talking about a typical traditional African marital life. Therefore, you are not told that you must marry this girl or that girl, but you are pushed in a very subtle way. You see, your family sends you to that man by saying, my daughter, can you send this to that man's home or family? Or in a sense, when your daddy realized that in that family, the girls have good moral values, he sends his son to that home constantly with errands, so that the son will be able to be abreast with said girls as he meets those girls in that home, and hopefully he will like them, and eventually that's take one of them from his own volition and choice. This is not acting desperate, no. Like loitering around, all girls gathering like a fly on a sticky paper should eventually yield a date. No. Or maybe packing yourself in the singles group till you get one. No. And if this doesn't work, you put on the word that you are definitely available and searching for the perfect mate. So that's not what it is. And for the girls, if she fails to get her suitor, then the family will get a suitor for her. You see, there is this belief that can your own mother or father take you to a bad home, or can your parents get you a bad husband or a bad home? Maybe some will see it as an arranged marriage, which of course is good, but with precise or specific motive in mind. And there's the challenge that if that is so, how can we share our taste? You see, sometimes arranged marriages work because marriages are not just about good unions, because marriages has economic, social, legal, religious aspect of it. And so when you consider all these and many others, then it becomes clear that which one box take the most boxes. In a sense, which one issue, is it economic issue, social issue, legal, religious, or whatever aspects, is the most suitable, or take the most boxes and is the most suitable for you. And here you may ask, then what about love? Although there is love at first sight, it grows over a period of time, and I believe love comes later. For instance, if you watch older people with their wives, you can see that the relationship process, or the married relationship process, in a sense, what I'm saying is it is their married relationship process that births love. So that is when they have love and are able to experience love. They have struggled with family. They have struggled with kids. Some have even died. Some have lost their jobs. One had been sick. And during this process, that is how the bond keeps on growing until at a point they can't be separated. They will even start looking the same. Therefore, love is something that grows based on experience, in a sense, shared experience. Also, if love is being triggered by economic interest, and if the economic position is changing, love can disappear. And so here, if love was dependent on beauty, and beauty fails, then that love can disappear. But when relationships start on respect, then love together with respect makes the marriage last. And as a result, my dear brother, my dear sister, it becomes clear that, as Paul teaches, it's all because a husband gave himself up for his wife as Christ gave himself up for the church. And therefore, it doesn't become who will be boss in the relationship. And the fact that they also agree that sharing a bit of their own perspective and advice was worthwhile. And that is what helped make their relationship healthier and more rewarding. Thanks for listening, and may the good Lord actually bless you.
I will not boast in anything, no gifts, no power, no wisdom, but I will boast in Jesus Christ, His death and resurrection. Why should I gain from His reward? I cannot give an answer, but this I know with all my heart, His wounds have paid my ransom. Why should I gain? Why should I gain from His reward? I cannot give an answer, but this I know with all my heart, His wounds that paid my